to today's 7 on Sunday. I feel that these weeks just come around way too quickly. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm always filming a 7 on Sunday video. It is the most fun, but they just come around so quickly. But then again, there's always themes that I get really excited for throughout the month. So like when the week does come up and I get to do that theme, I'm just like, yes. But for today's theme, we're going to be talking about those books / series that deserve to have a spin-off. There is a lot of books where either they have a very open ending and I want to know more, even if it's from like a different character's perspective, or you want a prequel to explain some stuff that happened in the past, or you just generally want a continuation of a series that you really enjoyed. There's always going to be books that we just want more from, and I definitely think that I have a mixture of things that I actually need to have answers for, or books that I just love so much that I need to have more. So let's get into this topic. The first book I want to talk about is Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I feel like I keep bringing up this book, but since I've read it, it just fits so many prompts. But for me, I don't know if I necessarily would want to have a story in the future or the past. I definitely think there could be some really interesting stories about like the past Aegons that have happened, and obviously times when like different gods and goddesses have been killed. Like if she did a whole series about it where like each book was based around one trial and to see how that happened, I think that could be really cool. But I also think maybe a spin-off, because this book ended just really abruptly and I would like to know more, because I don't know what the characters are going to do or where they're going to go in their lives. And obviously it's meant to be a use your imagination and figure out what's happening, but I can't. I just want to know. Just tell me. It makes it way more easier. Next, I want to talk about Wilder Girls by Rory Power, because it again just ended. There's more story that needs to be told. Even though this book wasn't the best thing I've ever read in my life, I was still really excited to get it as an advanced reader copy and to be able to read it. It was so great to be able to like promote this book, but like I really feel that again it just ended. We didn't get any conclusion. Nothing actually happened in the process of trying to get better, you know. So I feel like even if again it's a different girl that has a main character story here, but it has been a few years since this book came out, so I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I just felt like it didn't give me enough information. Like I again want to know more, because this world was pretty interesting, but it just ended way too soon. The next book I want to mention is The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg, because again it feels like it just kind of ended. And I know that with Wilder Girls and The Kingdom, they're both standalones that came out, but I just want more story. Like I just want a sequel or a continuation, but I definitely feel like there could be more to be told about the theme park and about what happens to the androids and what happens with the girls. Even though they made progress in the right direction, I just think there's more story to be told, but I don't think there's going to be sequels for either of these books because they've been marketed as standalones, but I want more. Okay, Renegades by Marissa Meyer is the most thing that I need to know about, okay, because we had the trilogy, the story ended, everything was all fine and dandy, and then there was this chapter at the end that has a character and it reveals something very important to the story, and I just shooketh after I read it, and I had so much just like anger because I couldn't believe the story got left there. So I definitely think there is room to have a spin-off series about this character that I need to happen, okay, because it's like it's such an important point of the story about this, and then it just drops that bomb on me and it's like, excuse me, what? Like you're not gonna actually give me any more of the story? Like I'm so mad. Like I'm hoping that people who have read this book know the point that I'm talking about, because it's basically the epilogue of the last book. It gives you something shocking. But I definitely do like this world and story, and I definitely think another book from it would be really interesting to have. So like I would not be mad about having more story specifically about this main character that I'm talking about, but I really did enjoy this and I would just highly appreciate more in the story. Next, I want to talk about Lady Helen and the Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. This is purely for the basis that I want to have more story because I didn't get enough romance. Like I wanted to see more of them being together, and obviously because it was a Regency novel, like we don't show affection ever, but like the book had behind closed door scenes, guys. There should be more. Like I feel like I only got like one kiss. It's not enough. Like I would like to see more, and I would also just like to see them like working through more things, but I just think because there wouldn't be like a very big plot that could be written to continue on this series, I doubt it's gonna happen. I don't think Alison Goodman has any plans on like writing more in this series, but I just know that I would love to see it. Like I want to see it. I want to be able to just see that they're happy, even if it's through someone else's eyes, just being like, damn, they are like perfect for each other. Like I want that. Like please. Next I'm going to bring up Pivot Point by Casey West. This is another one that I feel like I keep mentioning, but I've really enjoyed this book and it's all I seem to be able to talk about. But I don't care what type of spin-off this is, because it could totally be about a completely different character that has nothing to do with Addie from the first book, who's dealing with their powers and dealing with something else. Or it could be a continuation of how the government seems to be like semi-corrupt, so that there could be issues there that need to be fixed. But I definitely think there is way more story that could be told, even though this book obviously isn't going to get a continuation because it came out many years ago and she hasn't said anything about writing anything more. But I just feel like if she was going to go back into this world, it would make me very happy. And lastly, I want to talk about One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I just feel that this can't stay as a standalone, because obviously it gave us a very open-ended ending and I loved it. It was a great ending, but I just really wanted to see where they were going to go with different things, because like obviously there's different stories that could have been told, there's things that could have been elaborated on, so there's obviously things that I would just like to have seen more of. But even again, like if there was a different kind of story, a different type of, maybe like you were stuck somewhere else, but then kind of probably would be like another repetition. This is just purely based on the fact that I just want to see more. I want to see more of everyone's lives. I really want to see like more of Mila and Isaiah and all these different characters that are just so amazing, and I just really liked the vibe of this story that I would just, even if it was something similar, I would just love it so much. Like, it's such a good story. So guys, that is all I want to talk about for today's 7 on Sunday. This was like a really good topic. Like, I enjoyed talking about things that you like wish could be, but seriously, if any of these could actually become a series, I would be beyond excited. Like, fingers crossed. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!